What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. You know the spiel. We're diving into more craft beer. Not from Michigan this time. It's going to be coming from Munster, Indiana. And guys, it's a really special one. Near and dear to me because this was not a cheap beer, but I did acquire this at Dark Lord Day 2024 back in May. It's an awesome one that I am super stoked to review with you guys and walk you through it. Let's check this puppy out. The ChemtrailMix 2022. So I had to look it up. Obviously based on the wax, you'll know the year, but it tells you anyways, MMXXII. So that's Roman numerals 2022. This is number 2,881 out of 3,500. And guys, this is Dark Lord aged in rye barrels with cinnamon and pink peppercorns. Super crazy. I've never had this. I've only had Dark Lord a few times. Mostly it was just at Dark Lord Day. I had a bunch of variants, but I never had this variant. Obviously, I think they offered the 2023 and 2024 versions of the Chemtrail. I got zero. I got none. They were gone. So this is my first time trying this with you guys, and I am super excited like I just stated. I don't know why I'm picking 90 degree days in Michigan lately to review bourbon barrel aged beer. This is 15%, absolute behemoth and monstrosity. But I thought, why not? Let's dive in and check it out. So guys, this is unfortunately refrigerated because upon further review, I've been trying to keep my bourbon barrel aged beers fresh. So this was warm for a while, and then I did put it in the refrigerator. This is still pretty ice cold. Time of recording, it's been out for like 30 minutes, but it's still cold. I'm going to review it pretty cold today because that's what I've chosen to do. I've had bad luck with bourbon barrel aged beers that are older. So this is, of course, 2 years old. Time recording, a little bit older than that. So we'll see if it was good and if it held up. And of course, I'm a little bit smarter. I'm going to use a wax opener, get through that. And look at this. Now I'm special. Now I know what I'm doing. You see that? I love that they have differentiating waxes per the year. Oh boy, I don't think I got all the way through this though. So we're gonna try this again. Got it, guys. That was a struggle. That's one of the hardest caps I've ever tried to get off. That was some thick wax. So I probably just cut the video because I'm not making you watch that disaster for like 45 seconds straight of me trying to get this off. That was nuts. Let's go to the pour, guys. Let's see what's up. Got the appropriate 3 Floyd snifter glass, little tiny whiskey glass. That's pouring absolute oil, little beige brown oily cola in the glass, but it is freaking thick, man. Viscous pour, disgustingly thick. And again, I'm not sure why I'm choosing 90 degree days in Michigan to drink 15% barrel aged beer. But guys, I'm really excited. I love rye barrels. I love rye spice. I like the peppercorn thing, and I love that it has like this cinnamon little touch to it. This is going to be interesting. So, and also, wasn't there one other thing? No, just pink peppercorns. So let's see, guys. Let's get a nose. That had dissipated really quickly. Oh my! Smells like sweet, savory. Again, we say this all the time. All the beer tubers say it, but it's so true because it smells salty, like pink peppercorn, rye, spice mixed together. But it's soy saucy. It's got the sweet and savory spice thing going on. Wow, there's a lot of like vanilla sweetness, tobacco, leather, like a little bit of licorice, salty rye woodiness. It smells really good. It smells super sweet actually on the nose. Like there was a lot of malt, a lot of alcohol driven into this beer. I'm just saying, 15%. That's such an interesting nose. I mean, it's again, the best way I can put it, it's sweet and savory at the same time, while being kind of like coffee forward and oily, earthy. It smells good, guys. ChemtrailMix Dark Lord 2022. Let's check it out. Cheers to frickin' 3 Floyds, man. This is awesome. Cheers, cheers, cheers. Wow. Wow. Hey, man. Hey. That's delicious. Oh, that's the best bourbon barrel aged beer I've had in a long time. It tastes good. There's no degradation. It's thick and boozy even through the cold temperature that it is right now, but it's smooth and it's decadent and rich. Whoa. Sweet and savory to the maximum. The rye barrel and this like little peppercorn mixture just really complementing the sweetness in a beautiful way. Super tasty and smooth. Cocoa nibs, a little bit of espresso notes. It's got like a fudgy chocolatey base to it too. Like it's super chocolatey and like vanilla sweetness just really playing into the chocolate as well. Again, this like kind of like salty, savory, like port wine kind of integrated into a rye spicy wood, but the rye's kind of like, it's kind of like on the back burner. It's not really too big with the sweetness that it's got going on right now. Again, the barrel's great, but it's also settled down. It's 2 years old and it's not very hot. It's not very abundant, but I feel some warming going down my chest, even with this cold temperature that this is right now, because it's pretty cold. I mean, it's a lot colder than I'd like it to be, but it's so hot today, guys. I thought it was fitting. This has extreme decadence, extreme richness. Again, I'm very much blown away. This is the best Dark Lord that I've easily tasted. And then the cinnamon really subdued. I feel like this would have been really strong had it been fresh, but it had time to kind of integrate into the barrel, integrate itself into like the coffee, the fudge, really just complementing everything else without being a burden on the taste buds, because cinnamon can be overplayed so much. And this is just like a tick just right in the right direction where it feels like everything's well balanced. But there's components coming from everywhere hitting your palate. It's a bomb on your palate, but in a completely good, desserty, decadent way. With being 15%, it is dangerous, dangerously delicious. It's got like notes of like berries and cherry, just almost like a dark fruity licorice, but the coffee, the cocoa nibs kind of evening and mellowing those flavors out. It's oaky. It's a little bit rye forward. It's got the peppercorn kind of flakiness going on into the palate. It's just really a treat. Man, what a treat. This is one of the better bourbon barrel aged beers I've probably ever had, for sure. Just because there's so much going on. And I feel like it had time to just even out and balance itself through the 2 years. I just feel like this could have been really hot and really strong and like overpowering had this been really fresh like the year it was made and consumed. Just wonderful notes of all kinds of things. Just port wine and sherry, almost like a dark Cabernet kind of feel to it, almost underneath that. A little bit soy saucy maltiness. But again, that salty kind of sweet savory thing just coming from the vanilla, coming from coffee and just a nice molasses maltiness. Again, a little bit of earthy raininess to it as well. It's just got all kinds of things going on, and it's all working for it. Again, the cinnamon not too overdone. Just a nice little compliment, little accent mark over everything. Really tasty and delicious. I feel like the more I let this sit, I'll get a little bit more cinnamon. I'll get a little bit more of that rye peppery spice, because you can taste it. It's got a little bit of that, I don't want to say super spicy, like Serrano pepper kind of mouthfeel, but you can tell it's got that little tingling in the back of the throat, even while being cold. But I think the most dangerous part of this is the drinkability. For how thick and creamy it is, it's got just this decadent mouthfeel, almost buttery, almost like vanilla marshmallow cream. Just really, really mind-boggling how this goes down. It's all over, guys. There's so many things that could have gone wrong. I mean, it's 2 years aged. It was transported warm. So many things could have went wrong with this. Cinnamon could have been overdone. The barrel could have been overplayed or just not done correctly. it's really good. Again, there's like a fudgy component, and then you've got all kinds of like red wine, sherry, port wine components playing into this barrel. It's really complicated in a good way. It's so nice, and your palate is just bombarded with awesome flavors from every direction. More notes of cocoa and coffee, a little bit of rich licorice, a little bit of dark fruit berry. Dude, it's crazy. It's crazy. I can only imagine if this warms up. I'm sorry this is a lengthy video. I was just trying to get more flavors as I'm sipping this, and I feel like the more it warms up, I'm going to have so many things I wanted to say about this that you guys won't get to hear from me. But yeah, it's got this like brown sugar, just freaking Coca-Cola sugar coating on my lips, and it's ridiculous, dude. It gets heavier as you drink it, but it gets dessertier as you drink it, and then that 15% just freaking smacks you up, dude. 3 Floyds, man. Well done. Crazy good. Crazy. This is my favorite. This is my favorite thing I've probably had from them ever. I have to be honest. So how do I rate this? And there's so many things I want to tell you guys. I want to keep drinking and talking with you, but I can't. I have to end the video. It's already a long video. Freaking Cocoa Puffs in the background, chocolate milk. Oh, there's so many good things hidden here. Cinnamon, just a little accent. Cinnamon. A little twang to it. Wow. All right, guys. 4.95 out of 5. Why? Because I maybe would want more roast. It's too sweet, so I could go lower, but it's so ridiculous. I want to give this 5. I don't really give 5s out, but the reason I'm not going to give this a 5 today is because it's too cloyingly sweet for me. But I could drink a lot of this. So with all that being said, it's a nearly flawless variant of Dark Lord. I'm going to go 4.95 out of 5. Again, the one gripe, and I could go lower because this is my gripe. I want a little bit more roasted coffee. I want a little bit more dry roast. I don't want so much sweetness, but to get this sucker to 15%, that's just not what Dark Lord is. That's just not what Dark Lord is or was ever meant to be. So crazy factor, unique, one of the most memorable beers I'll ever have is this, guys, the ChemtrailMix, at least the 2022 version. 4.95 out of 5. Guys, cheers, pros, yamas. I will see you on the next one.